Did you know that most people that trade the financial markets are not actually traders? They're just lucky gamblers. They're lucky gamblers because they enter trades without any real concise strategy or protocol. They may be following a signal service, or they may just be entering trades at times when they think the market's going to go up or down. Purely subjective. They don't have any risk management in place. They just push the button with a certain lot size or contract, thinking, this seems like enough, I'll risk this amount today, I'm feeling lucky. And they may get lucky for a period of time. Might be a week, month, a few months, until they're not so lucky, until they push their edge, they over leverage, they overtrade, and all the profits that they've made over a period of time, they now throw away because they thought that they could continue to get lucky until their luck run out. Now, am I saying to you that trading doesn't require luck? Of course it does. Having some luck on our side definitely helps. However, if luck alone and relying on what's worked yesterday, what worked last week, or what worked last month is your strategy for success in trading, then you're not going to last very long in the game. Because I meet so many people that, maybe trading for a period of time, like, I'm doing well, and then you hear from them and they'll be like, I just took a loss last week and I'm out the game now, I'm just taking a break for a little while. And whilst they're taking a break, they're not learning shit. They're not learning where they went wrong or how they could have prevented the loss, because all they were doing was simply getting lucky. Because if you're not trading with a solid plan, a concise protocol that you follow to get you into a trade, then you're not trading, my friend, you're gambling. And that's what most traders are. They're just lucky gamblers until they're not so fucking lucky, right? And I've been there myself. I've been that guy that's, just pushed buttons randomly, got into trades because I thought the market was going to go up or the market was going to go down. Trading purely subjectively, and that's not trading. If you really want to be profitable and be consistent as a day trader or as a part-time trader, then you need to have a plan. You need to know what you're doing, right? Otherwise you're not respecting risk, you're not respecting money, and the market will humble you. And like I said, you may get lucky, but if luck alone is what you're relying on to be successful in trading, then you ain't gonna last very long. So one of the best things you can do for yourself is stop fucking pushing buttons, stop trading with money that you've worked hard for, take a break from pushing buttons and dedicate your time to learning and looking back on what you've actually been doing and where you've been fucking up. And a lot of people don't actually want to hear this. Most people are like, I'm just going to carry on trading. I just won't risk as much. No, that's still fucking stupid, bro. You need to start focusing on what you need to do to build a strategy and a protocol that fits you as a person. Because if you're losing money right now in trading and you're blowing accounts and you're taking big losses and your losses are eliminating all your profits, something's wrong. Something's terribly wrong, right? You haven't actually built a strong foundation for yourself yet. You haven't actually done the work and studied and found your edge. Because most people that get into trading, they don't want to go through that. They see all of these big influencers and day traders on Instagram flashing, their Lamborghinis and their Rolexes and their, lifestyle. And listen, I get it. It's nice. That's one of the reasons what may motivate you to want to learn to trade and actually get good at this skill. But you have to be realistic with yourself and know what it's actually going to take for you to become who you need to become and learn the skill to be a profitable trader and be consistent and not just be like a one-hit wonder where you get lucky for a period of time and then you blow it all like so many people do. You have to actually spend time learning and becoming self-sufficient, spending time in the charts, analysing data, backtesting, journaling, documenting your journey and listening to maybe one voice, one coach, one mentor, one educator, one strategy. And then once you decide which strategy you want to learn, you then go into the charts and you backtest for maybe 6 months, a year, before you even place a live trade. Most people don't want to hear that. It's not to say that you can't make money in trading without having a protocol and a system. Like, we've got some incredible signal services within our platform and educators that you can follow an automation in place where you can have your money working for you. You can still be making money, but when it comes to your own trading, this is a model that you have to build for yourself, and it's going to take some time. It's not going to happen overnight. Trading is actually one of the most complex skill sets. Once you really get your head around it and you really understand and you find your model, you'll realize how simple it is. You realize that you don't have to be trading every single day. You may get to a point where, you know, once you find your model, you may only trade once a month, once a week, or once a month, or maybe take 2 or 3 trades a week. You know, like for me personally, with the way that I trade now, I'm not really interested in trading every single day. I don't want to have to trade every single day. I'm looking for maybe 1 or 2 or 3 great setups a week. That's all I need, because I know what I'm looking for. And I'm not going to push that button and execute unless the market conditions meet my setup, because I've instilled discipline into my trading. I'm not just pushing buttons hoping to get lucky. I've been there. I've blown accounts. I've fucked my psychology up. But I've had to take a step back and focus on my learning to reach this point in my journey. And if you're in a position where, you know, you may not be where you want to be right now financially, and, you know, within the job and the lifestyle that you're currently living, then you really have to take this shit seriously and stop trying to get fucking lucky, bro. Realize this is a real business. There is money at stake. You can lose your fucking ass in this business, and you can also completely mess your head up if you go about it the wrong way. I've seen people destroy themselves in this business because they aren't willing to go through the process of learning and submitting to time. Most people just want instant gratification. They want get rich quick now. And it's just, yeah, for sure, you can make money quickly in trading, and there are people that do, but you can also lose your fucking ass just as quickly too and really hurt yourself. It's the same with like learning calisthenics. If you try and do a fucking handstand and you've never done any sort of calisthenics skills before, you try and do a human flag, or you try and, you know, hang upside down on a bar and you've never done it before, chances are you're going to land and break your fucking neck. You're not ready. It's exactly the same with day trading, bro. Exactly the same. Like, you have to build yourself up to that point where you are ready and you are competent and you've got the experience behind you to be able to do those feats and wonders. So really think about that. If you've been blowing accounts and you've just been completely reckless in the markets and maybe you've been getting lucky, congratulations. But is that really going to hold up long term? If you're really honest with yourself, probably not. So what I'm saying is, education is going to be your foundation. You need to know what the fuck you're doing before you go into these markets with real capital, real money on the line, and you need to build yourself up to be the kind of person that can handle that long term. Okay, so if you need any help in this area, we've got some incredible resources within our platform that we provide for free. We have education, we have tools, we have live trading sessions. We show you how to build a trading plan and how to use risk management. And I will personally coach you through the process, because you need that accountability and you need that mentor. You need somebody there that can hold you accountable, because most people can't stay accountable to themselves. So being accountable to somebody else is how you're going to build that self-accountability. So if you need help in this area and you'd like to actually learn how to do this properly, then reach out to me on Instagram with the word ready and let's get on a call. We can discuss your situation, we can see where you're at in your journey, where you've been going wrong and what you need to improve on. And we can build a plan that's tailored fit around you, your lifestyle, and build a trading plan that actually just fits you as a person. Don't just leave this up to chance or luck, guys. Do it the right way. Hope you guys got value from this video. If you're enjoying videos like this and you'd like to see more videos just like this, then maybe drop me, you know, a like, a comment, and, you know, if you did get value from this video or any of the videos that I've shared, then feel free to subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel grow. It helps me get this message out to more people to level up and take charge of their life. So have a fantastic day, guys. Peace out.